Welcome back, or welcome if you've never seen any of my videos before. So I'm going to do a little review of the Slime Super Duty tire inflator, simply because I killed one. But I saw some negative reviews online, so I figured I'd do this one. So I just picked this one up. Just like I do with everything. Google it, wherever you're going to buy it from, look for a coupon code. But I'll show you what I did to this one. So this one was in the, so it comes in a nice heavy case. It has what is this? The Super Duty one has the liquid filled gauge, which is, I'm going to say not as accurate as a regular tire gauge, even the ones with the little part that pops out. This one seems to be off by 5 pounds, consistently off by 5 pounds. But it's got a nice little case, protected padded case, the top part here. The problem is that I had this in the back of that truck. The tonneau cover is 8 years old. It was in a laundry basket, and the tonneau leaked. So it's basically like I flooded the thing. So just to show you what's going on with this one, I'm going to see if I can prop this up. This one, I'm going to open this one here. I'm just going to use a square bit to take these off. I'd already taken this off because I realized yesterday it wasn't working anymore, and I wanted to see if I could fix it. So correct answer is no, I can't. That's coming out here. Move that so you can see a little bit better. Take this over. Oops, the drill bit stuck in it. Hey, so I got the drill bit stuck in the screw. So there's going to be one more. So I noticed this pumped up a tire yesterday, even though it's destroyed on the inside. But what happened to this one, I'm just taking off the end on those, and that just has those, let me see if I can stand one up. They're hexes. I was just using a square tip though, because I don't care about these. What happened was I heard some rattling in here, and then what I realized was somehow after this was like legit underwater. It stinks in there too. But whatever was up and through there pretty much just melted and died. So it inflated a couple of tires after it dried it out. I was nervous attaching it to the battery the first time. So these ones attach to the battery via alligator clips. But the light, as far as the light goes, I've seen people talking like crap about the light. I never use the light. But all in all, I was very happy with it enough to go buy another one. I looked at the heavy duty one. I looked at some other brands, and then because I had such a good experience with this, I figured, hey, I'll do it again. The reason I had this is my truck. I have a 23 Ram 2500. I have a 16 Ram 2500 that's out there for sale right now. But they both take 65 or 70 pounds in the front, and I know they're 80 or 85 in the back, so you can't really fill those at the gas station on those digital ones. But I'm going to unpackage this thing too. So this one, same thing, same case. Basically, it has a picture of it on the outside. Just going to take the cardboard off that. It's going to have the two clips on here that show, hey, I wasn't used before. And then I'm trying to do that lefty. That's not really working. I'm going to switch to righty and see if I can do this, or if I'm going to have to use cutters. But we'll fast forward to those being off. All right, so let's open her up. This is what we got going on. What's in the box? That same liquid filled gauge. Like I said, I had that on the old one too. I actually used to take it apart and use this. I thought it was kind of cool to have it all separated that way, but it's a pain in the butt to screw everything together when you need it. I think I'm going to move this to the floor just so we can see a little bit better, or maybe I'll take the old one off the table, off the countertop here. All right, plastic's off, and pretty much here's what's in this one. So obviously the main unit, those alligator clips and the wires are going to be attached permanently, as is the proximal part, or the part on the machine side, that flex like coil or whatever you want to call that. I'm assuming you can take it off if you really want to get in there. Not interested. My hands are way too big to even consider doing something like that. The hose here looks beautiful right now. After you use it the first time, it's never going to look that pretty. And then I don't know if I was naive enough. I was helpful enough to let the lady next door who was having an issue with a flat keep this for a couple days. So just to triage her situation until she could get a tire. And then once this thing's overstretched and it's never going to get back to normal, let's just say she didn't take care of it the way that I would, or that I would take care of somebody's. If somebody lends me something, they're going to get it back cleaner, better looking than how they gave it to me. But the batteries in here, the screws, I'm not really sure. I don't really remember what those were for, unless it's to potentially wall mount this thing. I think that's for a wall mount. But it has the nice rubber bumpers on the bottom. I've actually had this on the plastic inside of the truck with the hood up while the alligator clips are on here. And I'll show you a little trick with the alligator clips afterwards, because in general, like they're split to here, really. Like that's not going to help you in any way. So what I did in the last one, and I'll just do it right here, is basically I took this out. I'm going to try to hold one. I'm just going to basically pull them apart to separate this. You're not going to damage that while you're doing it. It'd be easier if I could show you this somehow. I'll try to do it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this apart. So they're like together like that. I'm just going to pull them apart so that I have more ability to hit the positive and the negative on the batteries, or if you're grounding it somewhere else. But am I a fan of these clips? No, they're kind of crap. They stay on. They do a good enough job staying on, but I'm not a fan of the quality of the clip anyway. Yeah, all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. Okay, so the stuff I shouldn't say out loud. So I just screwed this together. Getting the plastic off this last time was like impossible. There's two little, this is an aside, there's two little tiny areas on here where it looks like there's a rubber band around it. It's not, it's just like tape that's like twisted down, and it sucks because otherwise you should just be able to pull this off. Or if you get like electronics, like a television or something, typically those long plastic things covering the cord, you just rip it on one side and it just comes apart immediately. These things, not so much, and it's too wide to get over this black part. So it's the braided part that was in the plastic. So this is the part I shouldn't say, because this is how stupid I am. Now I'm to the point where I'm like, hey, I got to put the gauge on. So I'm looking all over the place. Where's the gauge? Right, because I don't keep it here in general, but the gauge is sitting pretty right there. So I'm gonna take that off now. All right, so here's the problem. If I didn't have two of these, I wouldn't know this. The old one is obviously on top. The new one's on the bottom, and you can tell one's beautifully clean. That said, the new one has a big bubble in it. That I immediately noticed, because the old one doesn't have that. So maybe it's different. I know that this one is, I just read the specs when I bought these. I didn't necessarily check the first one out when I bought it. It was the one that was expensive, so I figured it was going to be better for me. But the first one didn't have that, so I'll have to check that out. If you guys, if you know if that's supposed to be like that, or just drop a comment on that. I'm assuming it's because it's liquid filled or whatever. It doesn't look like it's actually full, hence the bubble. But what are you gonna do? So maybe it's just the Dodge, but I have this giant plastic area that I can pretty much put this on, and it hasn't bounced off. But I do like the rubber feet on it are actually pretty good. So I'm just going to connect it. So I have new wiring harnesses for the plow mount on this thing. But I'm gonna hook this up now. I'm just going to go black to black on this with the alligators. And they stay on fairly well. And again, this is where it's like a good idea to have those separated a bunch. I'm going to put the red one on too, and that's going to give us the power on this one. Coño. So this power is on probably. Yeah, power's on. So watch that. So when you're getting that when you're getting that directly from the factory, probably check and make sure the power is off. So now it's going to come back. I'll flip it back on. We'll see if we get sparks. No, it sparks that first time. Kind of cool. Learn from my mistakes. I'm just going to set this up and we'll see how accurate the gauge is.